I love you, Razorfist. I'm entertained by Steven Crowder, and I get my election news from Alex Jones, but someone has to put you guys in your place and tell you when you're wrong. So,
Not to mention Texas, Nevada, Colorado, and New Mexico are all well aware California will not collapse in a vacuum. California's recorded a net resident loss for a record-setting 15th fucking year in a row, and about to tack on a 16th. Worse still, the outward emigration hit its highest peak during what should have been a boom in the housing market in the mid-2000s, suggesting it's more than monetary reasons informing the decision to abandon the land of milk and soy. The top states: Texas, followed by Nevada, followed by Arizona, with Oregon, Utah, Colorado, and Idaho tumbling after. If you're in any of these states and you haven't played the Count the California license plates game, no worries, you can wait till your next collision with one. Now, one would think, having fled a military-grade nanny state for the finer climes of the lower housing costs and gainful employment a red or purple state affords, the newly arrived emigres would be eager for socialism-free starts. At least one would, if one wished.
you know what? And they are. Ted Cruz would have lost his Senate seat if it weren't for Californians moving into his state. Think about it. You even said it yourself. Like, the message of the Republican Party to attract Hispanic voters aren't for people like me, younger white Caucasian males, right? They're for this new radically growing population of America, the largest demographic potentially in the future. You would think you would apply that same logic to people moving out of one place to another. Like, most liberals don't see a problem with California. There's literally like compilations of facts and statistics you can easily find, even with Google, showing why California is a horrible state to live in, right? Borderline third world compared to many of its neighbors, and even the more. But they don't see an issue, and they continue to stay and live there. I have family in California, and granted, they're very wealthy. They don't really pay the price for being Californians compared to someone who's more middle class, right? But every county in Texas that was blue 20 years ago, right, has stayed blue or became red upon more Californians moving to these areas. And think about it. Like, what type of people can just afford to move one state to another? Well, they have to be not super wealthy, but they have to be at least middle class, right? Maybe a little lower middle class. They have to save and plan it for a while. They tend to be older. They tend to have kids. And those two factors alone guarantee that this population is going to vote, on average, net Republican or lean more conservative than the rest of the population where they're from. And you know what? Going off the election results in Texas during the 2020, 2018, 2016, it shows, like it or not. And there's even an organization called Conservative Move that helps orchestrate this. And the Curly effect, it's powerful, it's profound, and the conservatives should be weaponizing it as much as possible. Retirees moving to Florida each year are making it a red state. And I'm not trying to play down DeSantis's good work, but let's face it, all the retirees moving to Florida are keeping Florida a nice place to live. Like, seriously. Anyways, peace out.
Chabot is a conservative Republican on a mission.
Come here and be a part of this great state, Texas.
He's showing us around his neighborhood in McKinney, Texas, a Dallas suburb. Lots of new homes, great schools, safe streets.
It kind of reminds you of what you saw on TV about how communities used to be.
Chabot runs Conservative Move, a real estate company with a political twist. Its motto, helping families move right, not left.
We're California refugees. We're refugees leaving areas that were devastated.
Devastated, he says, by hyper-liberalism responses to his company's website. Conservative voices are silenced here. Taxes are getting out of control. I'm a veteran and live in liberal hell. Please help.
It's the furthest thing from my mind 5 years ago.
Among his satisfied customers, Ken Karenthal and his family, who moved here from the Golden State in May.
Most of my daughter's life, there has not been a Republican who's been elected to statewide.
To the people who made it this far, I strongly encourage you to move to a state where people share your values, your principles, and your sense of ethics, because good luck trying to change people around you. Peace out.